My cords are tangled so bad.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Coffee and a Yeah! So, I know that I said I wouldn't get very fancy, but I decided that I had enough of the yapping dogs. And it was a little windy sometimes, and I thought, you know what, they deserve better. If I'm gonna do this and take it seriously, they deserve better. So, hence the fancy mic. I do have headphones where I could hear myself. I don't really need to. And also, headphones on me just are not very cute. The only time they were ever cute was when I had my hot pink pair of Beats headphones, which I still, in fact, have, and they still, in fact, do work. So I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I am drinking today out of a Dallas Mavs cup, and no, I really don't want to talk about it. I'm still kind of heartbroken, and it's still pretty fresh. But this is just the cup that was clean, and it was a free cup. Actually, it probably wasn't. It was probably $20 at American Airlines for a Coke, and we got the cup for free. Let me get a drink, actually, to start this off. Thank you for being here. So a lot has happened in my life since I saw y'all last week, and I cannot wait to share with you all of the fun, exciting things that I have going on. First and foremost, I'm a mother again. So I have my baby Cash. She's about to be 4, and she had a brother, Carter. Carter is no longer with us, RIP to my freaking pal. But we decided that, it's been a year, she's pretty lonely, so we got her a sister. And her name is June. I will insert a picture here. Isn't she adorable? I was going to have her in this episode because I was going to film inside because it is currently freezing. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to tough it out and sit outside because this is where Coffee and a Yap started, and that's where it's going to stay. Hopefully it gets a little warmer though, because I can't really do this. If I'm being honest, I can't really take the cold much longer. And honestly, I don't really give a shit whatever his little name is. What is he? A groundhog. Phil, if he sees a shadow, cool. Don't care. How is a groundhog attracting that many people and getting that much attention, and people are believing that because he sees his shadow, we get 2 more weeks of winter? So I'm just going to pretend that it's still summer and it's a beautiful 80-degree day. The sun is shining. The wind is just perfect. But in fact, my fingers are going red. So this might be a shorter episode, but I'm going to try to tough it out because I'm strong. Oh my gosh. Also, happy Valentine's Day. I just remembered that Friday, Valentine's Day. I do film my episodes early, so I'm a little off. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you guys for loving me, loving my music. I love you guys right back, and I hope that you have a cute little Valentine's Day. I hope that you sent one of my little Valentine's Day cards that I made in all of my socials to your lover, your potential lover. The only love song I have is Fine and Dandy, so that's really the only one that made sense on the Valentine's Day cards, but plane. There's a plane. Can you hear that? Oh, you really can't. So let's just jump right into this Coffee and a Yap. I'm going to talk about, of course, music that I'm loving. And as a reminder, I have all of this music in a Spotify playlist called Coffee and a Yap Official Playlist. If you want an easier way to find all of these songs, if you are interested in listening to what I'm loving. Okay, obviously, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. When I was watching the Grammys, which I was in this exact spot, the iPad was set up right here, and I was watching the Grammys. I was in my zone, doing something, looking away, and then I saw the music video start playing. Anybody could have said anything to me in that moment, I wouldn't have heard it. I was so locked in to this music video and this song because it felt like I was transported back to when I was a kid, and Poker Face had just dropped, and I was just like, what is this other world of crazy music? And Lady Gaga always just makes the coolest music. The whole music video was nuts and so weird in the greatest way possible. One song that I've had on repeat for months now, it just won a Grammy actually, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Jacob Collier, John Legend, Tori Kelly and Yeba. I am obsessed with this song. If you have not heard it, please go listen to it. It is vocally one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. Production-wise, it's fantastic. Jacob Collier is one of my favorite producers, and Tori Kelly is one of my favorite singers. Yeba is one of my favorite singers. So to have both of them on a song was just like mind-blowing, and I wish that they would do more together because I would cry. So I feel like this is going to be a reoccurring theme on Coffee and a Yap, where I say that my song of the week is a Lizzie McAlpine song, and I'm not sorry about it because I freaking love Lizzie McAlpine, and I will not apologize for how many times I share her music, because that's just equal to the amount of times that I actually listen to it, because I listen to her a lot. I was surprised that she wasn't my number one artist on my Spotify Wrapped this year. I guarantee she will be for this year. But my Lizzie McAlpine song of the week is Soccer Practice. I don't know why. I just keep coming back to this song. This song to me is just so emotional because she's obviously picturing her life and like, it could have been this. We could have had this. We could have had the dream life, but we don't, and we will not. And it's just not going to happen. And that's heartbreaking. And why I choose to listen to songs like this when I'm completely happy, I have no idea. No idea. A little throwback song here, In Care of the Blues, Patsy Cline. Y'all know me, you know I love Patsy Cline, so I am always listening to Patsy Cline, and everything she's ever put out is great. One of my favorite things about Patsy Cline is the fact that she was not afraid to sing other people's songs, and she really wasn't much of a songwriter herself, but she could sing the hell out of people's songs, and I would be so intimidated if she called me up and she was, well, obviously she wouldn't, R.I.P., but if she were to, I would have been like, you can have it. You can have the song. I'm going to take it off my platform because now that you're going to sing it, I want no part of it. That's how Patsy Cline could transform a song. I just clicked on my Spotify, and the announcement that popped up is a recommended playlist called Sad Songs for Sad Girls. I feel like I said there was a lot of exciting things that happened in my life this week, but now I can't even think about what they were except for Junie. Oh, I did get this fun, fancy new equipment. Here are the headphones to prove it. All the other stuff is right here. I am trying to create my own music and producing cooler, better demos just to be a little more professional. So I got some beginner producing equipment and I am thrilled about it. I actually cried in the bathroom the other night because I was sitting there trying to be quiet and not wake Junie up. And I was finally like making music that I loved with layers myself. And it was just such a cool moment and a moment I've always wanted. And so I cried on my bathroom floor. I actually have a picture. So that's me on my bathroom floor crying. Recording music though. I was asked this question the other day and it really got me to thinking, and I hadn't ever thought about what my answers would be for this, but they said if you had a greatest hits album and could have anybody sing on it, who would sing and what songs would they sing? So I was sitting at the dinner table with my family and I was like, what do y'all think? Like, Dad was like, well, if Adele were to sing one of your songs, what song do you think she would sing? I was like, I don't even think I have any that are worthy. I said Sober. Out of all of my songs that are out now currently, I would say Sober. I do have some that I'm working on that I think she would absolutely murder. Like, I'd blow out of the park. And then I was also saying Chris Stapleton. I think I could hear Chris singing. I could honestly hear Chris singing Honey Tell Me or Intuition off of my Sad Bird EP. I think that he would annihilate those songs. I just hear his raspiness, and I could see him, you know, putting his guitar on and just, "I wanna tell me how you feel," and it would be incredible. If Patsy Cline was still alive, I would kind of want to force her to sing Patsy Kind of Night, but obviously that would never happen. And it would probably be a little weird for her. Because if somebody wrote Gracie Kind of Night, I don't really know if I would sing it. But then again, this is my greatest hits album, so I call the shots. So she'd have to. I think Miranda Lambert could honestly kill Marlboro Magic. I just think that it's right up her alley. I would say she could either sing Marlboro Magic or Family Affair. She does love a good murder song, which me too. Oh, here comes Cash. Hi, Cash. Come here. Come here. Be on Coffee and Yap. The people want to see you. She acts like she can't come out the pet door herself. She can. She's just lazy. But if I have a greatest hits album one day, that would be insane. It's a goal. That'd be great to have a greatest hits. But then at that point I'm old and I don't really want to be old. I'm actually terrified of getting old. So that's a struggle that I deal with a lot, but I just forget about it and I move on. So, but if that's something y'all want me to talk about more on Coffee and Yap, I guess I could talk about it. The Coffee and Yap is about yapping and talking about whatever I want to and whatever y'all want to hear about. There you go. Yay, Cash! She's here, but you can't see her. She's right here at my feet. Special guest, Cash. Go get them damn dogs. Tell them to stop barking and ruining the damn video. Something really exciting is happening next week for me. I am going to the Austin area and filming something really cool for an anniversary coming up that I am so excited to share with you guys. I am keeping it under wraps a little bit just because I want it to be a special surprise, and this is an idea I've had for a minute for this, and I can't wait for it to actually happen, and I hope that you guys are really excited about it, and yeah, I can't wait. Oh, I also went more blonde. I don't know if you guys can tell. You probably can because my hair was pretty dark, but I decided that I actually could not take it anymore and I needed to be blonde again, or else I was going to just be depressed. But I'm feeling much better blonde, and for anybody that, because I did an Instagram poll asking if people liked me better blonde or brunette or a mix of both, which honestly it doesn't matter because ultimately it's up to me, but I do value other people's opinions a little too much sometimes, so I asked, and the majority said a mix of both, which I feel like this is still a mix of both. It's definitely a little more blonde in my opinion, but anybody that said that I should be fully brunette, you're preying on my downfall, and just know I got some words for you, okay? Because now that I look back at my pictures of me with my brown hair, I was like, ooh, yeesh, yeesh. Who was that? I'm meant to be a blondie. I was a blondie as a child, and then I hit age 12, and for some reason I became a brunette. So now, instead of naturally having blonde hair, I have to pay for it. It's fine. It's fine. So if you needed a sign to go get your hair done, this is the one. This is your sign. Go get it done. It's money. Money will come back. It's okay. Okay, this is extremely random. I touched on this topic on my Instagram story earlier today, and I said that I was going to talk about it on Coffee and Yap because honestly, this is something that I've talked about with other people before. Is anybody else's Spotify DJ dumb? Like, stupid. Does not work right. It's the same 5 songs every day. And he's like, here's what you've been listening to. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm listening to this. Can you give me something different? I thought that's what you were here for, was to show me songs that I don't normally listen to and bring back old ones that I forgot about. So why am I listening to the same 5 songs that I've got on repeat? I know I got them on repeat. And then today, he goes, all right, so now I'm going to give you... All right, so now I'm going to give you some deep cuts, maybe some stuff you haven't listened to before, and maybe just some stuff that you might like, that you haven't heard. Up next, Chicken Fried, Zac Brown Band. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be yanking my damn chain. Chicken Fried, Zac Brown Band. Deep cut? Nah. And then I think the next song was like Suds in the Bucket. I grew up on Suds in the Bucket. That is not a deep cut. I grew up on that. I lived Suds in the Bucket, all right? But my Spotify on DJ just... Wait. My DJ on Spotify is just dumb. Like, and I really don't like AI. Like, I kind of hate the whole idea of AI. It freaks me out. And so this just further proves my point that AI is dumb and we don't need it. I guess it's not dumb. It's helped some things progress, but for the most part, AI is kind of scary. And my DJ is AI. and he sucks at his job. I will tell you that. He really sucks at his job. So I wanted to talk about this, and this will probably be the last long discussion I have about this, because it was already a big thing on my socials earlier this week. But Karen, I was sent a message by a random lady that I have never met before, is not friends with me on any social media. I guess I came up as a suggested friend on Facebook, and she was so distraught by my Facebook profile that she thought that it was, only right to send me a message about, she asked me, first of all, are you a believer? And then she said, why do you pose so seductively with your come on look? You don't need to do this. You're beautiful and you don't need to pose like that. Okay. Who are you? Normally just let the messages like that, or I look at them, I forget about them, don't really care. But this one, and so I messaged Karen back, which her name is actually Karen. And I think that makes it 20 times funnier for her to actually be called Karen. Turns out one of my ex-boyfriends grew up with her kids. That's awesome. That's really cool information that I found out. And I don't know if that's why she felt like she had the right to message me. I have never met this woman in my life, and it seriously was just out of the blue. But I messaged her and I said, you do not know me and I do not know you. So I don't know why you felt the need to message me back or message me this. And she called me sad. Yeah, she said, this is sad. Talking about the way that I posed in a photo, which this was the photo. And on my Facebook, I had people, obviously everybody was in my corner, which I thought was so cool. And even if they weren't, I was still going to stick to what I was saying about not really caring about it because the comments like that don't really faze me anymore. They did. At one point, they definitely did. But now I love myself enough to not care about what people have to say, especially people that think they're better than me. She deserved to clap back. So I clapped back and I posted even more seductive looking photos. Boom. Boom. And I said, do I look friendly in these, Karen? So I bring this up because I just wanted to say to everyone out there, stop wasting your breath on people who don't deserve it, and stop pouring so much feeling and emotion into these negative comments and what people have to say about you, and learn to just block them out and know that those comments from people, especially random people who have no idea who you are or your life, those people are insecure and have more problems that they are trying to hide, and they need someone or something to take it out on. If you do that, don't do that. That's awful. So just love yourself and be kind to your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Be kind to one another. I always stress this, and I cannot stress it enough. We have a lot of bad shit happening in this world, and the last thing we need is more negativity and putting people down. Everybody's got their problems. Everybody's got things that, make them feel bad about themselves, mess ups and, their flaws. But that's human. That's human nature, is to mess up and to have flaws. We are meant to have flaws and be imperfect, and that's okay. You just have to learn how to love your imperfections, and it takes a long time. It is a long process, and it's a day-by-day process. At least for me, it is. I wake up, and some days I can look in the mirror and be like, you are the hottest thing since sliced bread, girl. Next day I wake up and I'm like, oh, whoa. Yeah. So it's just a day-by-day thing, but you are made to be exactly the way you are, and that's enough. That is enough, folks. I feel like I don't say it on here very often, but go stream my music. I am getting ready to probably put some new music out pretty soon, and I would love for you to hear it. So make sure you stream my music on all platforms. Like I said, be kind to one another, love your neighbor. Happy Valentine's Day. Spend Valentine's Day with your loved ones, or take yourself out, do something kind for yourself. Spoil yourself, get another coffee, go take yourself out to dinner. Just be kind to yourself if this is a hard day for you. I've been there. Valentine's Day has sucked many, many years. Thankfully, I am in such a good place right now, and Valentine's Day is not going to suck, and it has not sucked for 2 years. Thank you guys for being here on another episode of Coffee and a Yap. I so enjoyed this. I am freezing, so I'm going inside to my sweet little Junie, and I will talk to you guys next week. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Friday for another episode of Coffee and a Yap. Love ya! I'm 100% going to blur this out in the thumbnail. 100%. Go Mavs, but damn.